What's up everyone, it's Luke and welcome to my channel. And today I just wanted to make a video on how I write piano, but first I wanted to start with a short story. This is me as a child. I was really young here and I didn't know anything about music theory or even how to read notes, but even then I heard piano pieces in my head. It's like they were always playing somewhere in the background of my mind, and through the years that never stopped. Every time I watched a movie, I'd hear melodies that didn't exist yet, like I could feel where the music wanted to go next. I wasn't just listening, I was composing in my head. I played in the school orchestra and being a part of that sound was incredible, but deep down I just wanted to play a part. I wanted to shape the whole thing. I wanted to conduct the kind of music I always imagined. The only problem? I didn't know how to turn any of it into something real, until I opened FL Studio. Now I can finally write the kind of emotional, complicated piano music I always dreamed of right inside of the piano roll. The biggest strategy for me when making these piano pieces is to not overthink and think, is it a major or minor that I need? And just kind of let the note play out and then wait until you get inspiration for the next note. I usually like to start with a random note, so I picked this one. And I like to just start with my root notes. So let's just listen to it and see where it goes. I hear it going down, like da, da. Now da. Now this is probably a super simple progression with the root notes. I don't really know what it is, if it's a 1-5 or I don't know any theory. So that's just what I heard in my head, and now I'm gonna try and fill in these chords. Alright, so that sounds pretty sick to me, and now I'm going to show you my method to make it a little bit more complicated and sound interesting. And that is just the cut tool. So you can just kind of go in and cut up some notes and give it more rhythm. So I just like to start and cut just the middle notes. That's usually just my go-to, but you can cut the top ones or even the bottom one. So I'm just going to cut the middle two and delete the smallest part and just... And I'm just gonna do that for every single chord, or most of them, just because I like that kind of rhythm. Like that da-da, da-da. Alright, so I like that a lot, and now I'm just gonna add in some notes on top. And I hear kind of like da-da. And then I hear that repeating, da-da, da-da, is kind of what I hear in my head. Alright, I really like that, and now I'm just going to copy that over and make a different pattern. Alright, so I'm going to start with this note this time, and let's just see where our brain takes us. I think that deleting some notes is my favorite way, or cutting them is my favorite way to give it more rhythm, and adding notes on top is a good way to give it another story. So let's just do this again. I'm gonna drag these chords over, and I want to put the notes back where they were and try cutting them up in a different way to give another vibe. I'm just gonna try and cut the top notes. I don't know if this is gonna work. I usually do not do this, but let's just see what happens. I forgot to mention to mess with the velocity and position of the notes just a little bit, because if you don't do this, it may sound like MIDI, and if you move them around a little bit, it'll sound more humanized. And I completely forgot to do this, and that's why it sounds like MIDI and not a real person playing piano. I want to just try an arpeggiator, like da 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 da. I don't know. I don't really know if it's gonna work, but let's just try it. And this might be adding too much, but I really like putting two notes really close to each other and going like da-da. So I'm gonna try and add that into the second part. Alright, so I really like that, and now I'm just going to copy it over, and I'm going to add some more root notes. I'm basically just going to copy the root notes that are there, and then move them down an octave. That usually works, and then it should sound more, I don't know, emotional, I guess. Let's listen to the whole thing, and it's probably going to sound weird because it keeps changing every 4 bars, but let's just give it a listen. Alright, so I'm really happy with that, and let's just do another one. I'm just gonna move it down. And let's just do the same method that we did last time and just chop up some notes. And that's the melody I made. I feel like it's really kind of not perfect. It doesn't have a specific rhythm to it, and it could be more catchy. But I'm also just going to try and add a random preset on here, and I might really get inspired, and then I might want to make a beat out of that. So let's just see what happens if we change the preset from a piano to a different instrument. I changed the BPM and key and added a preset from Zenology called Nylon Pluck, and this is what it sounds like. And I feel like you could even make a trap beat with this. Let's just try another one. And I'm just going to change the key. I really like this, so I'm just going to add a couple more instruments and then make it into a loop. And that's pretty much the end of the video. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and if you learned something new, please leave a like or a comment, and subscribe if you like my channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Peace.